Hello everybody, I'm Elainabahm, your psychic medium, and welcome to the month of July. This video is for all my sun, moon, rising Pisces friends. Now, before I get into your video, Pisces, do me a favor, hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps out my channel and I greatly appreciate your support. All right, Pisces, this is what you need to know for July. And you know what? I'm going to tell you right now, this is a different one for you than I normally pull out for you. I have a feeling this is all about relationships, in your current relationships or relationships falling apart recently that have already fallen apart, or you're in the midst of a breakup or a divorce. So let's get to this, because I'm going to tell you right now, this is a very different reading than I normally do for you. Because right off the bat, you got the frog. The frog is all about releasing emotional baggage, or literally cleaning out house. So cleaning house means, you know, that junk drawer, that messy, cluttered closet, clean it out. Because every time you clean out clutter out of your place of residence, it changes the energy flow. So you definitely always want to do that. But the frog also means releasing emotional baggage, like people who have hurt you. Stop reliving those events and creating stories in your head and reliving those stories in your head, because all you're doing is drinking the poison, but you're waiting for somebody else to die, but you're the one drinking the poison. So right off the bat, for the month of July, Pisces, it's time to release emotional baggage. So you know what? This happened to me. I allowed this happen to me in my marriage or my relationships for this many years. Own it, clean it up, leave it into the past. Don't bring it out. Don't think your future relationships are going to be a repeat of the past. They're only a repeat if you allow it or if you don't learn from it. Because right after the frog, I got the communication card. So communication is all about, are you communicating clearly what it is you want? What are your expectations? What are your negotiables? And what are not your negotiables? Or someone not communicating clearly to you? Now, if you're dealing with an ex, and it's really interesting because normally I don't do spreads that are solely on relationships. Usually it pertain to relationships or career. I'm going to tell you right now, this spread is all about relationships. So if you have an ex, you're dealing with an ex, either they are not communicating clearly to you about something, or you're not communicating clearly to them about something. So either way, I need you. Here's the thing, you can't force them to communicate clearly to you. All you can control is you. So all I need you to do is make sure you're communicating clearly. What are your expectations moving forward? What are your negotiables and what are your non-negotiables moving forward? What are your boundaries? And make it crystal clear. So this way there's no room for misinterpretation. And it's really interesting. So these are big to-do things right off the bat for July for you to do, Pisces. But Spirit wants to let you know you're very well protected. Spirit is walking right side by side. Do not ever think you're alone dealing with this divorce or this separation or this breakup. You are not alone. You are very well protected. And pay attention to the repetitive thoughts in your head, because that's Spirit's way of nudging you of your next steps. But Spirit also wants to say, can you be like the stag? Please hold your head up high and be proud of what you've done and what you've accomplished and how far you've come. Do we screw up in relationships? Yeah. Is it always one-sided? No, it takes two to tango. And you know what? There's usually faults on both sides. But please hold up your head up high for learning your lessons, for identifying what was your part in a failure of a relationship or a marriage or whatever it is. And do not let this failure or this breakup, this one moment of time, define who you are as an individual, because it doesn't. It's just one moment of time. And you know, I always say when marriages break up or relationships break up, sometimes it's just because the contract's up. Your contract with that person is just up. Spirit and the universe have other plans for you. That's all. It doesn't mean it has to be nasty. It doesn't mean it has to be dirty and messy. It's just up. So what are you going to do in this next chapter? Now, the outcome for you for July is the novice. Enjoy being a beginner. And listen, if you've been in a relationship for a very long time, yeah, it can be scary when you're back being single. You're like, I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to do this things on my own. Enjoy being the beginner. Get curious. Go try something out on your own. YouTube it if you're trying to figure something out. But don't pretend you know something when you don't, because it always bites you in the ass, right? But enjoy being this beginner. Be curious. And you know what? You're really going to find out how strong you are and how independent you really can become during this curiosity time. Now, the angel message card I got for you is Opal. Opal says, your children on earth and in heaven are happy and well cared for by God and the angels. Now, it's really interesting. When you got children in the mix of relationships breaking up or marriages breaking up, you're always worried about the kids. How are the kids going to be? How the kids are going to perceive this? How is this going to affect the kids? So Spirit wants to let you know you are very well protected, and so are your children. So do not worry, just your angels. Now, the tarot cards I picked out for you is really interesting because I had two fly out and I picked one. So, and then when I looked at them, I'm like, ooh, I got to tell you all three of them. So bear with me here. So 2 of Michael flew out. And when a card flies out, that's Spirit picking that card out for you. It's not me picking it out. I already picked one for you, but Spirit picked this card for you. It will all be better if you just make a decision. Over analyzing a problem, find a compromise. So stop over analyzing a problem, make a decision, and don't be afraid to compromise. Doesn't that go hand in hand with your communication card? Like, honestly. And then the other card that Spirit flew out for you was 9 of Gabriel. 9 of Gabriel says this: stay determined and move forward. Be prepared for any possibility. So stay determined and move forward. So stop. That kind of goes hand in hand with this, doesn't it? Make a decision and move forward, but be prepared for any possibility. So if that's an ex's retaliation, that's an ex calling you a bunch of names, I don't know. An ex just, getting their knickers in a knot and just, being a pain in the arse. So just be prepared for any possibility. But what I need you to make sure you do, communicate clearly, get rid of the emotional baggage, and move forward. Nothing's going to stop you. You have set yourself back way too long, way too much to appease other people. That stops in July, Pisces. Now, the tarot card I picked for you is Page of Raphael. And Page of Raphael says this: a new emotional situation, messages regarding relationships or social invitations. So an emotional situation, well, yeah, relationships are emotional, especially when you've been married or you've been with somebody for multiple years. They've been a part of your life. You've done things together, acquired things together, and now that's broken up, or that's in the middle of being broken up. Just don't let emotions run the show at this point. For the month of July, do not let your emotions and feelings run the show. It's all about communication, please. That's what I need you to focus on, Pisces. Anyway, Pisces, I'm going to tell you right now, once you do this, it's a huge turning point for you, and honestly, 10,000 bricks off of your back, and you can move forward and watch everything fall into place nicely. But call on your angels when you're in doubt. They're there protecting you. Don't ever doubt that. You're not in this alone. You never are. All right, Pisces, let me know what shows up and what's going on, and I'll talk to you soon.